Tonight, I'll guide you through a tranquil journey towards the restful embrace of sleep. As you settle in, let the day's tapestry unravel. Strand by strand, allow yourself to sink into the comforting arms of your bed. With each breath, feel the softness of relaxation as we embark on a serene adventure. Close your eyes and listen to the quiet symphony of the night. A lullaby composed just for you. So, restorative sleep. The Enchanted Garden. Liam leaned against the old brick wall of his school, his eyes following the flutter of a butterfly. It darted past the boundary fence and into a thicket of overgrown bushes. Curiosity nudged him forward. He squeezed through a gap in the fence, pushing aside the thick foliage, and found himself standing in front of a rusty iron gate, partially hidden by ivy. As he pushed the gate open, a sense of enchantment washed over him. Before him lay a garden, untouched by time, vibrant with flowers he couldn't name and filled with the songs of unseen birds. "Hello? Is anyone here?" Liam called out, but only his echo responded. He stepped forward, the gate closing behind him with a soft click. The air felt different here, thicker, as if charged with magic, curiouser and curiouser. He muttered to himself, recalling a line from a book he once read. As he lingered, he heard a soft, melodic voice. "Well, what do we have here?" Liam turned around to see a cat perched on a stone wall, its eyes gleaming with intelligence. "A talking cat," Liam exclaimed. "In a garden of wonders, why not?" The cat replied with a smile. "Welcome to the threshold of the land of whimsy, young traveler." "The land of whimsy," Liam repeated, a mix of disbelief and awe in his voice. "Yes, a place where the impossible is quite possible. But be warned, not all is as it seems," the cat said, its tail flicking playfully. Liam's heart raced with excitement. He had always longed for an adventure, something beyond the mundane routines of his life. "Can I really go there?" he asked eagerly. "The path is yours to take, but remember every adventure comes with its challenges," the cat said, disappearing into thin air, leaving only its enigmatic words hanging in the air. Liam took a deep breath, his eyes scanning the vibrant landscape. The garden was inviting, yet he could sense the adventure that lay beyond. With a determined step, he walked deeper into the garden, ready to uncover its secrets and those of the land of whimsy. Liam ventured deeper into the garden, the air fragrant with the scent of unknown flowers. He noticed the colors seemed brighter here, almost glowing. Each step he took seemed to stir the garden to life. Leaves rustled softly, and flowers turned their heads to watch him pass. Suddenly, a small, pale-looking creature scurried across his path. It was like a rabbit, but its fur shimmered in shades of blue and purple, and it wore a tiny waist. Excuse me, sir," the creature called out in a hurried voice, stopping in front of Liam. "You can talk too?" Liam asked, his eyes wide with amazement. "I can talk, but there's no time for idle chat." "I'm terribly late," the creature exclaimed, checking a pocket watch that dangled from its waist. "Talked. Late for what?" Liam inquired. "The Festival of Colors. It's the grandest event in the land of whimsy. I'm the organizer. If you're heading that way, could you possibly carry these invitations?" the creature asked, handing Liam a stack of colorful shimmering envelopes. "Sure, I can help," Liam said, intrigued by the idea of a festival. "Thank you. Follow the cobblestone path. It'll lead you right to the festival. And watch out for the whispering willows." Wait to be, Howard. Liam followed the path, marveling at the beauty around him. He couldn't believe he was in a place where animals talked and magic seemed to be a part of everyday life. As he walked, He passed a row of willow trees. Their branches swayed gently, and he could hear soft whispers emanating from them. Ling, seeking truth in reflections. The trees whispered in unison. He paused, looking around, but sighing nothing but his own reflection in a nearby pond. What truth? Liam asked, but the trees fell silent, their branches still swaying gently as if nothing had happened. Puzzled but undeterred, Liam continued on the path, the invitation safe in his hands, and the mysterious words of the whispering willows echoing in his mind. The adventure in the land of Whimsy was unfolding, and he was eager to see what other wonders awaited him. As Liam walked along the cobblestone path, he noticed the scenery changing. The trees grew taller, their branches intertwining above to form a natural canopy. Sunlight filtered through, casting a kaleidoscope of colors on the ground. The air was filled with the soft hum of unseen creatures, adding to the garden's mystique. He soon reached a clearing with the path split into two. On one side, a serene pond mirrored the sky, its surface undisturbed. On the other, a dense thicket of roses, their petals every shade imaginable, beckoned invitingly. James stood at the crossroads, contemplating his next move when a voice startled him. "Foster-wee," that said, playfully. He turned to see a butterfly, its wings a vibrant mosaic of colors, hovering beside him. "Not lost, just deciding which way to go," Liam replied. "The pond's reflection holds secrets, but the rose thicket leads directly to the Festival of Colors." The butterfly advised. Liam pondered the butterfly's words. The whispering willows had mentioned seeking truth in reflections. Curiosity won over, and he chose the path leading to the pond. As he approached the water's edge, the surface rippled, and images began to form. Liam saw himself, as he was. In the reflection, he appeared older, more confident, surrounded by strange, fantastic, foul creatures he had yet to meet. "What does this mean?" Liam asked aloud, his reflection rippling with the water. The reflections show not just what is, but what could be. The butterfly whispered, now perched on his shoulder. "Your journey in the land of Whimsy will change you in more ways than one." Liam's heart swelled with a mix of excitement and apprehension. The idea of change was both thrilling and daunting. He took a deep breath, thanked the butterfly, and turned back to the path leading to the rose thicket. As he walked through the roses, their petals brushed against him, leaving a trail of gentle, luminescent sparks on his clothes. He felt as if he were walking through a dream, each step taking him closer to the heart of the land of Whimsy and further from the world he knew. The path finally opened up to a vast meadow, alive with colors, music, and laughter. He had arrived at the Festival of Colors, his celebration beyond his wildest imagination. Liam stepped forward, ready to immerse himself in this new enchanting world, his heart open to the adventures and transformations that awaited him. The Festival of Colors was a mesmerizing sight. Creatures of all shapes and sizes mingled together, the laughter filling the air. Stalls lining the meadow, offering a variety of whimsical goods and treats. The sky above was ablaze with fireworks that showered the festival in sparkling lights. Liam walked through the crowd, his eyes wide with wonder. He handed out the shimmering invitations to various creatures, who accepted them with nods and smiles. If small known mob beings playing flutes approached him, first time at the Festival of Colors. One of them asked, his eyes twinkling merrily. "Yes, I've never seen anything like it," and Liam replied, his voice filled with awe. "Every year, the festival brings together beings from all corners of the land of Whimsy. It's a celebration of unity and the beauty of diversity." Another known explained. Liam nodded, understanding the significance of the festival. "It's amazing how everyone here is different, yet you all come together in harmony." That's the magic of whimsy, a third gnome said. Differences are celebrated, not shunned. You'll learn a light here, young traveler. As the gnomes danced away, Liam felt a gentle tap on his shoulder, turned to see a tall, elegant woman with butterfly wings. I believe you have an invitation for me, she said with a graceful smile. Ling handed her the last invitation, and his smile widened. Thank you. I am the queen of the festival. Your help is much appreciated. As a token of gratitude, I grant you the freedom of the festival. Explore and enjoy all it has to offer. With a bow, Liam thanked the queen and watched her float away, her wings leaving a trail of glitter in the air. He then wandered through the festival, taking in the sights and sounds. He tried foods that burst into flavors he'd never tasted before, listened to music that made his heart soar, and watched performances that defied the laws of physics. As the festival drew to a close, the queen reappeared. Your journey has just begun, Liam. The land of whimsy has much more in store for you. Follow the northern star. It will guide you to your next destination. With those words, the queen disappeared into the night, leaving Liam to gaze at the starlit sky, his heart full of anticipation for the adventures that lay ahead. As the festival's lights dimmed, Liam found himself alone under the starlit sky. The northern star shone brightly, guiding him towards his next adventure. He followed the star's light, which led him out the meadow and along the winding path bordered by glowing flowers. The path ended at a large, ornate gate that stood open, beckoning him to enter. Beyond the gate was a dense forest, its trees towering high and shrouded in mist. This was the entrance to the talking trees of Tintalia, his next destination. Just as Liam was about to step through the gate, he heard a voice behind him. Leaving soon, traveler? It was the gnome he had met earlier. I must continue my journey, Liam replied. The land of whimsy has much more to show me. The gnome nodded sadly. True. But remember, every step in this land is a lesson. What have you learned so far? Liam paused, reflecting on his brief time at the festival. That there's beauty in diversity, well said. The gnome smiled. Keep that lesson close to your heart. It will serve you well in the land of whimsy. With those parting words, Liam stepped through the gate, leaving the festival of colors behind. The forest ahead was dimly lit by the moonlight, casting long shadows on the ground. The air was filled with the soft rustling of leaves and the occasional hum of an owl. As he walked, the trees seemed to lean in, their branches creaking softly. Liam felt a sense of anticipation, knowing that these were the talking trees of Tintalia. What wisdom would they impart? What secrets did they hold? Liam stepped further into the forest, the moon casting dappled light through the leaves. The air was thick with the scent of pine and earth. As he ventured deeper, the trees grew larger, a trench wide and ancient. Suddenly, the ground beneath him began to tremble. Startled, Liam looked around, trying to understand what was happening. The forest floor opened up, revealing a hidden stairway, heading down into darkness. Should I go down there? Liam whispered to himself. It's the only way to the floating islands, a deep voice responded. Liam looked up to see one of the talking trees of Tintalia bending towards him. His face was formed in the bark wise and old. The floating lands? Liam asked, his curiosity piqued. Yes, they are a marvel of our world, suspended in the sky, each on in a world unto itself. But you must navigate the stairway to reach them. The tree explained, its leaves rustling softly. Liam took a deep breath and started descending the stairway. As he went deeper, the air cooler, and the sound of the forest faded away. He finally reached the bottom, where a smooth, illuminated platform awaited him. Step onto the platform. and we'll take you to the islands," a new voice instructed. Liam looked around but saw no one. "Who's there?" he asked. "Mayim, the guardian of the pathway." "Unseen, but always present," the voice replied. "Trust the platform, and it will guide you safely." With a mix of trepidation and excitement, Liam stepped onto the platform. It began to rise slowly, carrying him upwards. The walls of the stairway receded, revealing the night sky filled with stars. The platform ascended higher and higher until Liam found himself among the floating islands. Each island was unique, some covered in lush greenery, others in crystal formations, and some even seemed to be made of clouds. Liam's platform gently landed on one of the islands, which was covered in a thick, misty forest. He stepped off, looking around in wonder. "Welcome to the first of the floating islands, the Isle of Mist." The guardian's voice echoed around him. "Here, we'll find your first challenge." Liam's heart raced with anticipation. He was ready to explore the Isle of Mist and uncover the challenge that awaited him. Liam ventured into the misty forest, the dense fog making it hard to see more than a few feet ahead. The air was cool and damp, and the only sounds were his footsteps on the soft earth and the occasional distant call of an unknown creature. As he walked, the mist began to swirl around him, forming shapes and figures. Liam squinted, tried to make sense of the shifting fog. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the mist, a tall, slender being with eyes that glowed softly in the dim light. "Who are you?" Liam asked, his voice echoing slightly in the quiet forest. "I'm the keeper of the mist," the figure replied, its voice ethereal. "You must pass my challenge to proceed to the next island. You must find the crystal of clarity hidden in the forest. Only with it can you clear the mist and see your path forward." Liam nodded, understanding the task. "Where can I find this crystal of clarity?" "The crystal is hidden deep in the heart of the forest. Trust your instincts, and they will lead you to it," the keeper of the mist advised. Before fading back into the swirling fog, Liam took a deep breath and began to walk deeper into the forest. He relied on his intuition, letting his feet guide him through the dense mist. After some time, he stumbled upon a clearing where the frog seemed to dance around a pedestal in the center. On the pedestal lay a shimmering crystal, radiating a soft light. As Liam approached, a mist around the clearing thickened, forming barriers. He realized he would have to navigate through them to reach the crystal. Carefully, he moved forward, finding gaps in the mist, guided by the faint glow of the crystal of clarity. The mist reacted to his movements, swirling and shifting, creating a moving maze. Finally, after what felt like hours, Liam reached the pedestal and took the crystal in his hand. As he did, the mist around him dissipated, revealing a clear path leading out of the forest. "Congratulations, traveler. You have found the crystal of clarity and cleared your path." The keeper's voice echoed around him, holding the crystal close. Liam walked out of the forest. The platform that had brought him here was waiting. As he stepped onto it, it began to ascend once again, taking him towards the next island in the sky. The platform carried Liam higher, and he watched as the Isle of Mist faded into the clouds below. Soon, another island came into view. This one radically different. It was vibrant and colorful, with rolling hills, sparkling streams, and fields dotted with flowers in every hue imaginable. As the platform descended onto this new island, Liam noticed a group of creatures waiting for him. They were small, humanoid figures, each a different color of the rainbow. "Welcome to the Isle of Colors," added a great-ape creature, stepping forward with a warm smile. "I am Vermilion, and these are my companions: Azure, Emerald, Citrine, Violet, and Rose." "I'm Liam, Em replied, taking in the vivid colors of the beings and their surroundings. We are the guardians of harmony on this island. Our challenge for you is to create a harmony of colors that represents the essence of this island. The Azure explained, gesturing towards a canvas set up nearby. Liam approached the canvas, picking up a brush. He had never been much of an artist, but the beauty of the island inspired him. He started to paint, trying to capture the essence of the island's vibrant landscape and the colorful beings in front of him. As he painted, the Guardians watched in silence, their expressions unreadable. Liam felt a slight pressure to get it right, but he focused on the colors and the feelings they evoked. Finally, he stepped back, revealing the canvas alive with colors, blending and harmonizing in a way that reflected the island's spirit. Vermilion stepped forward, his eyes examining the painting closely. You have captured the harmony of our island beautifully, he said, his voice filled with approval. You have passed our challenge. The other Guardians nodded in agreement, their faces breaking into smiles. Thank you, Liam said, feeling a surge of pride and relief. What comes next? Next, you should visit the Isle of Echoes. There your challenge will be quite different, Rose informed him. As Liam prepared to leave, the Guardians presented him with a small vial filled with a liquid that shimmered like liquid rainbow. This is the essence of harmony. It will lead you on your journey, Emerald said, placing it in his hand. Liam thanked the Guardians and boarded the platform once again. It rose into the air, carrying him away from the Isle of Colors and towards his next challenge, the Isle of Echoes, with the essence of harmony securely in his pocket. The Isle of Echoes appeared as a serene landscape, shrouded in a gentle mist. Unlike the vibrant Isle of Colors, this island was bathed in softer hues, with a tranquil lake at its center reflecting the sky above. As Liam's platform descended, he noticed the profound silence that enveloped the island. Even the platform seemed to land more quietly than usual. Stepping off, Liam was greeted by a figure cloaked in a robe that seemed woven from the mist itself. Welcome to the Isle of Echoes. The figure spoke, their voice a soft whisper that seemed to blend with the air. I'm Liam. What challenge awaits me here? Liam asked, looking around at the serene surroundings. The challenge here is to listen and find the echo of truth. This island whispers secrets, but only the true echo will guide you to your next path, the figure explained. Liam nodded, intrigued. He began to walk around the lake, listening intently. The island was quiet, yet as he walked, he started to hear faint whispers. The whispers seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere, elusive and fleeting. He walked for what felt like hours, trying to discern the different whispers. Some were mere fragments of sentences, others were soft melodies, but none felt like the echo of truth. Feeling a bit weary, Liam sat down by the lake. Closing his eyes, he remembered the essence of harmony that Guardians had given him. He uncorked the vial and took a deep breath, the scent seeming to heighten his senses. As he focused, the whispers around him began to harmonize, blending into a clear, singular voice. It echoed gently, look within, and you shall find your path. Liam opened his eyes, feeling a sense of clarity. He stood up and looked into the lake's reflective surface. There, he saw not just his reflection, but a vision of himself standing on another island, one that seemed to be made entirely of clouds. He now understood that the echo of truth was guiding him to trust his inner instincts and intuition. With renewed confidence, Liam returned to the platform, ready to ascend to his next destination. The loud Everett island he had seen in the lake's reflection. The platform rose steadily, carrying Liam towards the light island he had seen in his vision. As he approached, In the center of the island stood a grand tree, its branches reaching out into the sky, shimmering with a light that seemed to be his own. Underneath the tree sat an old, wise-looking figure, his eyes closed in meditation. Liam approached cautiously, not wanting to disturb the figure. As he got closer, the figure opened his eyes, revealing a deep, ageless gaze. "Welcome, Liam, to the Isle of Clouds," he said in a voice that resonated with the wisdom of ages. "Hello," Liam replied respectfully. "What challenge awaits me here?" "The challenge here is not of action, but of understanding," the figure said, gesturing for Liam to sit. "You have journeyed through the floating islands, each with its unique lesson. Now you must reflect on what you have learned and how it shapes your path forward." Liam sat down, thinking back on his experiences, the clarity he found in the Isle of Mist, the harmony in the Isle of Colors, and the truth he heard in the Isle of Echoes. Each experience had revealed a different aspect of himself and the world around him. And as you journey through life, remember these lessons. The wise figure continued. Clarity, harmony, and truth are not just principles of the land of whimsy, but guiding lights for any path you choose. Liam nodded, feeling a sense of peace and understanding wash over him. "Thank you," he said, feeling grateful for the wisdom imparted. "Now, your path leads back to the ground below. But remember, the lessons of the floating islands will always be a part of you," the figure said, as he slowly faded away, becoming part of the mist surrounding the island. Liam stood up, feeling a newfound sense of purpose and understanding. He stepped onto the platform once more, which began its descent back to the ground, leaving the ethereal Isle of Clouds behind.